ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense comes on the field first today. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, this is what the offensive coordinator told us yesterday, Chris, in our production meeting. They thought they had an advantage up front with the line of scrimmage, and on this opening drive, we continue to see the offensive line and this back putting up positive yards.
Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Receiver in motion now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. In the clear at the 25. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. In a national championship game, you cannot do a better job of setting the tone immediately, Kirk.
Well, it's the biggest game of the year, so you've got to bring your best. On the opening drive, the offense did just that. That's how you get this thing started.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. So the Razorbacks offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First down here for this offense. Motion now from the tight end. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Dump off caught by the running back. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they're finally able to stop him. A great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there. And starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
Boy, nice throw here by this Arkansas quarterback to be able to pick up big yards on a first down for the Hogs. And, Chris, they've had some great ones over the years that could distribute the football. Ryan Mallett, Tyler Wilson, Clint Sterner, just to name a few.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Important third down play coming up after that completion. And the back gets the football. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and running back to be able to pick up the first down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. They're going to run the option. Pitches to the back. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
He's got it for a big gain. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Penalty makes it first down and 20. Hand off to the left. They bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the first down. Well, Kirk, Hawaii has the lead here. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship. Through one quarter, let's check out the game summary. All right, let's get back to the action. Getting closer to finding out who will be celebrating here tonight. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And now the running back's got it again. They make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He is... Today running the football just kind of in that zone, and they have a nice lead today.
The The Rainbow Warriors getting set on 1st and 10. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. On 3rd down, it's a handoff. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. And they'll set up for the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's an out route, the catch made. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. See what the call is on 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. And the Razorbacks looking to run some tempo here. Ball handed off. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Just a good job up front by this offensive line, getting a hat on a hat and be able to give this running back from Arkansas enough room to get upfield and pick up that first down. Nice play.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides.
Cannot escape. They've got him. It'll be a short loss, a yard or two. So now it's 3rd and short from the plus 25. They're in field goal range. Let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And they pick up the first down to the 23, getting closer to the red zone. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. So we'll the scoring drive, great execution, championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a big gain. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. No pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
They'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Crucial third down play coming up after that run. They'll run it to the left. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab made by the tight end. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. This offense is still clicking. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
This is a squib kick picked up by one of the up men. Coverage team brings down the returner. Just time enough for one more play in the half. The DB's backing off from the line now. Looks like he's going to run it. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
Rainbow Warriors defense will kick it away to get us going in the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. They get the second half started with the running play. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. The Razorbacks hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he's got it. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10.
Nice read here by the Arkansas quarterback to be able to make this throw and pick up a first down for the Hawks. Did a nice job of waiting for his receiver to get open and then put the ball right on the money.
Looking for the wideout. And it's complete downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll hand it off. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. There's a 1st and 10 play. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
You know, in college football anymore, Chris, you get caught up in the big plays through the passing game. But we're seeing what this back can do when he has room to run. Great acceleration, great speed.
Touchdown, Arkansas. Trying to come all the way back. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Extra point splits the uprights. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking a snap, he turns it around, he flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction to where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Here's the option play. Keeper for the first down and more. An explosive play. Big game. Spotted down near the 37.
Really nice run by the back, but I'm going to give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for the first down.
The offense really clicking here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the same runner's got it again. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
This defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Crucial third down play coming up. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Touchdown, Hawaii. This offense really clicking. They're setting out to try the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 28-14 game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. We'll give it to the running back. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. Now it's 2nd down here. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The tight end makes the catch downfield. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Out the play fake, he'll look to throw it. On the run, he'll let it go. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down. Booker, Hawaii has the lead here. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. 1 quarter to decide who will win the national championship. And the Razorbacks line up on 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it here. And that run produces a decent gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback still with the football. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Hogs. This game is far from over. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a 1-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Hold it. Open. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And is going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
And now the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Second down play coming up. Heading left after the handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Rainbow Warriors have 1st and 10 here. Testing the right side here.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They continue to pound away on the ground, makes up a 1st and 10. And the runner takes off to his right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is 3rd down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.